Hello, welcome to ITC. My name is Rajiv Lochana Raghunath, and I am here to present our work on group correlations and MPC. This is joint work with Guru Vamsi, Manoj Prabhakaran, and Parjanya Vyas while at Department of Computer Science, IIT Bombay. Correlations, specifically in the context of two-party computation, has been well studied in the literature. Oblivious transfer was shown to be complete for information theoretically secure 2PC. Subsequent works fully characterized the class of complete correlations sufficient for 2PC. While this is in fact the case, in reality, specific correlations with additional structures that are practically more important are used, such as OT, OLE, and Beaver's multiplication triple. These correlations have efficient protocols for useful functionality such as re-randomization and self-test. They also allow secure computation over black box rings and groups. So in this work, we hope to explore the structure of such correlations and hopefully generalize them for applications. So broadly, our contribution, so we give a new framework of correlations called group correlations and bioaffine correlations. We give a new correlation called the zero alternating sum correlation and show that it is in fact complete for perfectly secure computation over black box groups. We then give some utility protocols for all bioaffine correlations, such as re-randomization, self-test, etc. We also give a GMW style protocol for secure evaluation of black box mixed group circuits, which have these bioaffine homomorphism gates. So we'll get to that in a bit. We also uncover some surprising structure along the way for some of the popular correlations, which was not seen till now. Finally, we give some information theoretic lower bounds. As a direct corollary, we show that an old result by Gilboa reducing OLE to string OT, sampling OLE to string OT, is in fact optimal in the number of string OTs required. All right. So for the rest of the talk, I'll give a brief summary of our work. Right. So a correlation is simply a sample, a uniform sample x comma y from the correlation set C, where C is defined over domains x on the left side and y on the right side. Now a group correlation has x and y to be the same domain G, where this domain is in fact a group. Now we also consider a set S, and the group correlation is simply an additive secret sharing of elements in NS. That is, all tuples x comma y such that x plus y is a valid element in S. This generalizes prior notions such as additive correlations that were defined over abelian groups only. But our definition is general and even supports non-abelian groups. Further, it is not necessary that the left domain and the right domain be the same G. We in fact allow x and y to be different subgroups of G with an additional regularity condition that ensures a uniform sampling. And we call this a subgroups correlation. It is easy to see that Beaver's multiplication triple is in fact a group correlation. So just to summarize, recall, the Beaver's triple is a tuple A1, B1, C1 on the left side, A2, B2, C2 on the right side, such that C1 plus C2, so C1, C2 are an additive shares of A1 plus A2 star B1 plus B2. Now this is a group correlation, so consider the group as the additive group over R cross R cross R, and the set S is simply A, B, and AB. What about OLE? So recall that the OLE correlation are A comma X on the left side, B comma Y on the right side, such that X plus Y is an additive share, are additive shares of AB. Now, in fact, it turns out that OLE is also a group correlation, where the group K is over domain R cross R, where the group operation is defined by this. So A comma X plus B comma Y is defined as A plus B, comma X plus Y minus AB. So this operation can in fact be shown as a group operation. And if you consider the set S as R comma R cross 0, then in fact this is a group correlation corresponding to OLE. Now you could define generalization of OLE, call them bilinear correlations defined with respect to a bilinear map. We show that in fact they're all group correlations. So the next correlation we define is bi-affine correlation. For that, we define a notion called as bi-affine homomorphism, which is a generalization of bilinear map. Bi-affine homomorphism also has two linearity conditions, but there is this extra terms in the middle. So A1 plus A2 star B equal to A1 star B minus 0 star B plus A2 star B, and the second condition. So if both these conditions hold, then star is a bi-affine homomorphism. Note that it is simply a bilinear map if these conditions, if the extra terms in the middle are not there. The corresponding bi-affine correlation is simply tuples A comma X on the left side, B comma Y on the right side, such that X plus Y equal to A star. Now, it turns out that even this is in fact a group correlation when H is abelian. So it's a group correlation, it's a symmetric correlation when T equal to U, and it becomes a group correlation. If T is not equal to U, this in fact becomes a subgroup correlation, but H being abelian is important. So we don't know what happens when H is not abelian. To show this, consider the group K, which is R cross R, and the set S, which is R cross 0, where the group operation now is defined similar, very similar to the OLE case, similar to the bilinear case, except that now we have these extra terms in the middle. So AX plus BY is defined as A plus B, comma, X plus Y plus these extra terms A star 0 plus 0 star B minus A star. Now we look at the new correlation that we define called the zero alternating sum correlation. The correlation is defined as tuples A comma C on the left side, B comma D on the right side, such that A plus B plus C plus D is 0. Note that this is not interesting when G is abelian, so we'll almost always consider the case that G is non-abelian. ZAS can be shown as in fact a bilinear correlation, bi-affine correlation, with the bi-affine homomorphism defined as X star Y equal to minus of X plus Y. Then you see that the corresponding correlation is A plus B equal to C star D, which is simply minus of C plus D. So this is ZAS. Further, it can be shown that ZAS is in fact also a group correlation over the group G cross G and the set S, which is G comma minus G. So A plus B comma minus of C plus D, right? So all such tuples are part of the correlation. All right, we now looked at some utility protocols for bi-affine correlations. The first utility protocol we consider is called conditional sampling of a bi-affine correlation, where the task at hand is to sample a tuple A comma X and a B comma Y from the correlation set C, conditioned on certain terms being fixed. So we consider the functionality F sub B as the functionality where Bob's side B is fixed. Similarly, AB is when A and B both are fixed, and FAXB is when A, X, and B are all fixed. So in this case, this just becomes a completing the correlation, where once you fix A, X, and B, Y is automatically fixed and just needs to be completed. So in this work, we give UC secure protocols for sampling in these settings. As an example, consider the protocol for FAB, where Alice has A, Bob has B, and you want to sample a correlation. Now, the UC secure protocols we give is in a hybrid where they require a random correlation to be given. So Alice also gets a correlation A prime X prime related to Bob's side B prime Y prime. Then the protocol is simply a single round of simultaneous exchange where Alice sends delta A, Bob sends delta B, and Alice and Bob can appropriately set their X and Y such that AX is related to BY. So such that A comma X and B comma Y are in the correlation space. Note that this works even if the given sample is correct but biased. So it is not necessary that it needs to be a random sample. It could be a biased sample. Therefore, we can immediately see that this could be used for re-randomization to get a freshly sampled sample. So Alice could randomly generate an A, Bob generate a B, then use a biased correlation to construct a fresh clean correlation. The next utility we consider is self-testing. So the setting is that Alice and Bob are given many samples of the correlation, many correlations, but they could be tampered or incorrect. So Alice and Bob want to check if the correlations are given are tampered, and if not, extract a secure sample from it. So this has been considered in prior works, especially in the Damgard et al. Paper in the context of speeds, where they consume two Beaver's multiplication triple correlations, test them and extract one correlation from it, i.e. rate half. So in this work, we give a self-testing protocol for all bioaffine correlations against semi-honest adversaries with a rate of 1 over log lambda, where lambda is a security parameter. So this is bad, but we give a rate half for correlations which have additional structure. So in particular, we consider three structures. The first being when the bioaffine homomorphism is over large rings, where the range is a large module over the ring. Alternatively, if the range is abelian and its smallest non-trivial subgroup is large. And the third structure we consider is when the bioaffine homomorphism is surjective and its smallest conjugacy class of the range H is in fact large. The third utility that we consider is in this talk is constructing larger bioaffine correlations from smaller bioaffine correlations. In particular, we define star L as the Lth power of a bioaffine homomorphism star, where star L is defined as A star L times B is simply summation AI star summation BI. So you could think of it as vector A star L vector B is summation AI star summation BI. And this can be shown to be a bioaffine homomorphism if AI star BI is a bioaffine homomorphism. And the corresponding correlation is simply vector A comma X on the right side, on the left side, B comma Y on the right side, such that X plus Y is equal to A star L B. As an example, it can be seen that in fact, Beaver's multiplication triple is the square power of OL. In this work, we give a non-interactive UC secure protocol to obtain samples from C star L using L samples from C star. So we use L copies of the simple correlation to construct one copy of the big correlation. Finally, we consider some applications in this talk. The first application is two-party secure computation over black box groups, i.e. circuits that have addition and negation gates only, inverse gates only. Previously, it has been shown that OT over groups is complete for two-party computation, but with statistical security only. So in this work, we show a semi-honest secure protocol for 2PC with perfect security using SAS as the correlation. Further, if the circuits are locked up, we upgrade the security to 2-round UC secure protocol, where it can be seen that the circuit can in fact be flattened into a polynomial sized formula, which is simply a sequence of group operations. And evaluating this corresponds to evaluating an alternating sum. So there'll be some terms on Alice's side and some terms on Bob's side. And this is simply a power of SAS. So a bigger correlation using SAS. And the protocol follows from our utility protocols. You could consider two-party secure computation over more complicated circuits, specifically mixed group circuits. So notice that bi-affine homomorphism need not have the domain and range to be the same. So in particular, the domain of the homomorphism could be G1, whereas the range could be G2. So in that sense, you could use bi-affine gates to convert group elements from one group to another group, and therefore the circuit will be over multiple black box groups. And this generalizes arithmetic circuits over rings very naturally. So in our work, we give a semi-honest secure protocol for 2PC, where each bi-affine gate consumes one SAS correlation and two bi-affine correlations for the corresponding bi-affine homomorphism of that gate, and requires 2 rounds of amortized communication. Each addition and inverse gate also consume one SAS correlation. Finally, we consider commodity-based crypto application, where correlations can be viewed as commodities that can be obtained from untrusted servers. It has been previously explored for some standard correlations, such as OT and OLE. In this work, we give a UC secure protocol for sampling any bi-affine correlation in the setting of single server and 2 clients, where the adversary is allowed to corrupt any party. We also consider forward security, where the adversary may later corrupt a second party adaptively in the future. And in fact, our protocol tolerates this corruption as well. And it directly follows from our utility protocols of self-test and conditional sampling. In conclusion, I would like to say that we give a general framework of group correlations and bi-affine correlations that have enough structure to admit efficient protocols for several utility tasks, while at the same time general enough to admit many of the important correlations, old and new. So in this talk, I have only talked about the zero alternating sum correlation, but there are other examples. Finally, I would like to say that our work has been totally in the information theoretic setting, but there is much more left to explore. In particular, the computational setting, where you could ask for efficient mixed group secure computation, computational hardness assumptions for bi-affine homomorphisms, and finally, even pseudorandom grouped correlation generators. Thank you for the references. Thank you.